In early 2023, US intelligence reported that Beijing had handed over limited quantities of shells and small arms to Moscow. And although China officially denied this information, later pictures of shells from China, which are used by Russian military personnel, appeared on the network. Nevertheless, there are no grounds to talk about significant deliveries of weapons. Instead, China is actively supplying Russia with components that Moscow previously bought from the West. How dangerous is this support? Here the opinions of experts are divided. Some argue that Chinese products are extremely unreliable.
The quality of components supplied from China leaves much to be desired. Unfortunately, they are still no worse than Russian ones, but they are significantly inferior to their Western counterparts. A Russian soldier, on condition of anonymity, said that he and his colleagues are sometimes afraid to touch equipment assembled on the basis of Chinese components. So, Orlan drones began to fail more and more often right during the flight, and the fire control system in tanks began to fail. Yuri Fedorenko, coordinator of the Volunteer Center of the Kyiv Regional Military Administration, in a column for Obozrevatelь.
But some experts point out that drones, the main tool of modern warfare, are mostly produced in China, and they are actively used by both Russian and Ukrainian military. In addition, even low-quality equipment is better than its complete absence. Therefore, it is impossible to underestimate supplies to the Russian Federation from China.
The quality of Chinese products is easy to compare. The Chinese simultaneously supply both us and Russia with the same products, the same nomenclature. The only thing that is more expensive for us because we do not have centralized purchases, but purchases of individual manufacturers. But we also forget about such a moment as the sale of Western components by Chinese companies. Here the amount reaches billions.
The re-export of Western technology helps Moscow partially offset the damage from the sanctions. Most often, Russian individuals and legal entities open companies in China that send products to Russia. Since the beginning of the year, according to this scheme, only radio components worth more than $500 million have been supplied to the Federation, according to the Verstka publication. Kyiv's allies are working to close these bypasses, but the measures introduced are not enough yet, experts say.
There are absolutely good actions by the White House to reduce the risks from China. This means that Chinese component manufacturers currently do not have access to certain Western resources, elements of the same AI-based chips required for the latest generation of weapons. That is, the lack of certain components or parts in China will entail a shortage in the Russian Federation. But this, of course, is not enough. It is necessary to monitor every movement of China towards Russia.
In July, the European Union and Japan introduced measures on the export of microchips to a number of countries, including China. This is an important step towards solving the systematic problem of re-exporting high technologies to Russia. Reported by Roman Smoler, Danilo Kobza, UATV News.